Guys, today we're gonna be playing some NBA 2K16. Gonna be playing my career. Gonna be playing game 8. After this, I'm gonna be able to use the other stuff because then it's gonna go to the other games. And I'm gonna be happy because I won't have to be on this team anymore. Unless I don't have no good teams to come on, then I might just stay on this one. But I most likely won't. Oh, swish. I'll make one more shot. Now I'm gonna do the game. So, one more shot. Come on. Forget it. Let's go. Game 8, baby. Game 8.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kinda hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur. I know we're on the outside looking in when it comes to playoffs, but that doesn't mean I can't go out and give everything I have one last time. Here goes nothing.
The Pacers. Okay. Dun.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. For the season series between these two teams, the Bucks came away empty-handed in the last matchup against the Pacers. And boy, can they stave off the sweep here if they can find...
Oh. 75 overall.
Middleton. The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis.
Let's go.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and it had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that
why didn't he
get
pass?
the most out of his team.
On the court for Indiana, Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Paul George is out there with Hill, and it's Turner in at the 5. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks better last season. Still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity. So.
To Miles. Hill has the open look. They get the rebound. Turner. And it goes as the official calls the foul. At the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Magic.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd cheer about, and when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
Hill dishes to Hill, and Henson sends it back. Wide open chance there, missing.
They've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass today.
Really?
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
The drive by Hill, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here is Bayless, started by Stuckey. Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. Turner with the steal. And here's the break.
Get on.
Finished off the break. Turner's got 5 points so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight.
They've done well as they've run the shooters off their spots. They've really closed out well. And
I might just shoot a whole bunch of twos
on the floor.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's his third bucket of the night. Bucks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. Here's Jackson. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Indiana leading. Over to the wing. No one near him. That's good for Miles on the assist by Hill. Hill assist tonight. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Henson's shot is off.
He operates well. Tough play to finish.
Hill kicks to Turner. Stuckey for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Here is Bayless. Turner covering. And again, the
come on.
The shot's there for him. And
go,
he's
go,
got to
go,
take it.
go.
I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pacers lead. And we heard from John Henson before the game. A player on the rise. He feels he still has... Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Now the second quarter getting ready to
dang.
Start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
I gotta make some more
They're dominating
shots.
on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups,
No.
courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Stuckey and George make up
Wow.
the play.
Are
Allen's
you-
out there with
Wow.
McGee, and it's Ellis at the 1. And keeping us
I
updated
cannot
from the
get back
sideline,
this
let's
game.
swing
This
it
is
over
like
to
my
Doris
final
Burke for
game
an
with this
update. Hi,
team.
Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He had 21 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. This game of his was just a standout all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was
Yeah, make
truly
it more so
incredible.
than they start
I
passing
mean,
to
he was literally on another planet. in
They're
that
not
game.
passing
He did it
to
all on the floor.
What's interesting
Should
to me,
make
guys,
it
is to
more.
see how
No.
much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that
No.
last game.
Jackson comes over with the double. Allen dishes to Stuckey. Milwaukee with the rebound. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance.
Wow.
Just transition seamlessly. Very
Just
efficient
passed.
as a rookie before
This
that injury,
mission
which
ain't
was
my
a
thing.
really
I
tough thing to
usually
watch.
have
For anyone,
almost
he
10 by the
was
time
showing
this
so much
point of the
promise
game.
early on in his career.
No.
And that one's good.
Are you?
Allen's got the lead
Did
up
you
to 6 now
not
for the
see me
Pacers.
defend that?
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Jackson with it, picked up by Ellis. Tries it from 9, and Monroe with the basket on the assist by Jackson. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Ellis with it. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New York. Allen with the screen for Ellis, and Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
O.J. Mayo
The heck's
is
my
checked
person?
in for Jackson.
Can't
And the
find.
Pacers
Oh,
also.
he's out.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pacers out in front, up by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were...
This is Shaden.
Here we go.
Come
now.
on.
The start of the third
Gotta do
quarter.
better.
Welcoming you back in a closely contested Bucks. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Carter Williams is out there with Jackson. And it's Monroe in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Hill kicks to Allen. 5 on the clock. George against Antetokounmpo. But they'll get another chance. Mahinmi with it. Monroe on him. And it's Ellis penetrating. Drops in the layup for 2.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
To the inside. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Guys, this doesn't look like the same team defensively we saw in the first half. I mean, they're flat as day-old pop.
In the corner, George with it. The baseline J. And it's George again missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Here's Jackson. Stolen by Ellis. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody there. That's good. Hill's got 7 points in the game.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Fires for 3. Jackson missing again. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Hill kicks to Ellis. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury. Came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Indiana trailing here. Inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Monroe. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
George. That is good. George has got 8.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball perfectly. They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Parker dishes to Jackson. Back to Parker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on George.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep them from converting the easy bucket.
The Bucks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for John Henson. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Jackson, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Carter Williams in for Jared Bayless. Paul George, he's checked in for Indiana. Ellis comes in for Rodney Stuckey. On the court for Indiana, they've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then there's Hill, and it's Turner in at the 5 spot.
Was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there. Just a fantastic game for Monroe. 11 rebounds, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
LaVoy Allen's checked in for Jordan Hill. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And George kicks to Turner. Goes up the baseline. Milwaukee with the rebound. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Jackson from downtown. Can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones. A 3-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Now let's the pass to Turner. The 3 from George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on LaVoy Allen. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And so the Bucks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan play. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, guys, that was
Ernie.
not one of my best
This guy
games
was
at
instrumental
all.
tonight.
I did
Making
not
sure they
score enough,
avoided
but I
the
was
second
doing
ball.
good in
They needed
defensive.
somebody to
But
step up.
yeah, guys, that'll be all for today.
He worked to always find the best look possible.
Peace.
He was